Hey guys, Takamasak here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II! There are a few more preparations I would like to make before we start our journey to Salmando there. Excuse me. Firstly, I would like to go purchase an ice book, but unfortunately I don't have enough money yet, so what I want to do there is, let's take a look at Min here. He comes equipped with two items here, an ice scythe and an ether. I want to unequip the ice scythe. What it does is it casts Shell 16 in battle. I'll go over all the white magics as I'm walking up there. I'm going to unequip this too, but I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to hang on to it. Ethers will recover a little bit of MP, like I mentioned before. But let's give that a sell. And that will sell for 250 monies. And with that, I'd like to purchase the ice book that I wanted to get earlier. So we'll give that to Maria, and she'll be good to go. Now, largely, I'm going to keep them ice and fire even leveled until I can get ice up to about level 3 or so is when I stop focusing on it. And one more thing I'd like to do is I'm going to put Min in the back row for a few reasons. Most importantly, he has more than enough HP as it is. I don't want him taking shots and potentially having my other characters lose out on some HP growth there. And with our canoe, we can make it over here to another town filled with pirates. Hey. Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh. Wait. Get out of the way. Yeah, this is the town of Palm, by the way. Nothing too special here. It's mostly just a resting point. I think a lot of these guys just say that. Oh dear. Sleaze! A lot of these guys say the same thing, if I recall correctly. Oh. Wonder where those towns are. Oh. Well, maybe they don't all say the same thing. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. Hey. I'm sure nothing will ever happen. Ugh. And there's a few new spells here, the Blink, Safe, and Shell spells. I will go over Min's extensive white magic list. As you can take a look here, yeah, he's got a lot. Not all white magics. I believe there are 20 white magics in the game. I believe so. Maybe a little more than that, but you can't possibly equip all of them. Let's move on north. You can take the ship there to go north higher, but I'm going to take this this trail so many times that it's just good to know where this goes. Now, sprinters are pretty plain also, nothing really to write home about. Now, Min is perfectly capable of murdering things with his staff there if you want to keep him in the front row, but for reasons I said, I'll keep him in the back. Hooray! Everybody loves growth. Yeah, plus I'm hurting a little bit for money, so I won't bother spending money to travel. And here we have another new guy. We have a Goblin. I believe these guys were renamed to Goblin Guards in the PlayStation version. Now, I can't say much about I believe it was released on the Game Boy Advance also, called Dawn of Souls, so anybody who wants to fill in Dawn of Souls info, feel free to post any additional information about that. I know absolutely nothing about that version. And the PlayStation version, though, I have played through. They're very, very similar, aside from minor differences there. But let's go over Min's white magics there. Cure and Life, pretty self-explanatory. We have Cure already, and Life will bring somebody back from the dead there. He has Peep, which I believe was renamed Basuna in the PlayStation version, and that heals temporary effects, status ailments like the poison we've been hit with. So it's nothing I'm going to be worrying about. These guys were renamed Snowmen in the PlayStation version, but they are weak to fire, so we will just burn them. But yeah, Peep is completely useless, in my opinion. Most of the temporary status effects will go away after a turn or two, so it really doesn't matter. He's got Heal, which is renamed Esuna, and that will be the one you want to use. It heals permanent status ailments, but it only does so depending on its level. At level 1, it will heal poison and the darkness status ailments, which is perfectly fine, but I didn't really like how they did that, but I'll go over all that once we complete the game there. Level 1, it will heal dark and poison, like I said, and once you get it up to level 2, it'll heal the curse status ailment. And then level 3 will be dumb, 4 toad, 5... I believe 5 is stone. And then I want to say after that, I believe it revives characters, but you get the life spell for that, so I don't know why you'd want to waste 6 or 7 MP, however many skills I went through there, to revive them, when you can just use 1 MP for the life spell, so who knows about that. Barrier, I believe, is broken in the NES version of the game. That is also a level-based... I was going to give Cure a little attention there. That is a level-based... It increases defense to just regular defense, ice, crit, poison, and then I believe Death, Bolt, and I think it says Soul after that. I'm not sure even what it does. I don't even get it during the PlayStation runs there. Oh, okay, Salmando's to the north. And this is where we would have come out if you want to take a ride there. I'm going to take a ride from Poft to Poft. Oh, heard about that. Oh, you are the guys that say the same thing. It's the Pink Armor Brigade. Fantastic. And here we have Sid, who apparently has an airship. What do you have to say about said airship? Oh. Yeah, kind of like the boat, this guy can take you wherever you want in the nearby areas there for a price. But yeah, let's see. I think I left off on Blink. Blink is a wonderful spell, but I played through it relatively quickly and don't have time to... Oh, he built it, huh? Is he the one flying around on that thing? Huh. But Blink raids your evasion percentage, which is very nice, but once again, like I said, I'm generally too busy leveling everything else. If you want to take your time with that and level that up, it's perfectly acceptable to do so. It'll help you out quite a bit. We have a mace staff upgrade here for the mace, but it has a higher in-soul penalty than the thing she's got now, so I'm not worried about that. And yeah, the same junk there. It's not a bad idea to get... What was that thing called? Oh, the cane. And it's not a bad idea to have a couple people with Cure just as additional healing, but man. This really is the town where everybody says the same thing. Oh well. And there's a shield upgrade here, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it only adds 1 additional evasion percentage over the buckler. So, meh. And let's see, what else do we have? Safe and Shell increase defense, and Shell increases magic defense there. But nothing I ever want again. Here's a sergeant. No, this is a soldier. The soldiers and the goblin guards, I forgot to mention, have a skill called Bow, which can shoot anybody in the back row, so they'd be able to target men. But other than that, not terribly brutal. Just keep your HP up around these guys, you should be okay. Ooh. I'll take it. A wall blocks black magic spells, but once again, you have to build it up so much for it to be useful that it's not worth it, in my opinion. Well, let's take a look at this. This must be Salmando there. Oh, no. Wonder if we can get in there. Alright. I remember that. I do want to stay at the inn, because I am completely out of MP there. And Dispel, I think I left off. Dispel lowers defense. It's kind of like a reverse barrier, but it has a different order. I believe the first one lowers defense, and then I believe it's... No, the first one is ice, and then it is regular defense, poison, death, bolt, yada yada yada. It's another spell I choose not to get. Here we have an upgrade for the sword. I will buy one of those as soon as I have the money for it, but well, I'll debate about it there. I think shields are more important. Meh, nothing else I want here. But yeah, once again, you have to build it up so much that it's kind of obnoxious to even bother with. Plus the things that... I don't need anything in here. Where am I going? The things that add a lot, like when you have the barrier spell and you have it up to level 3 and it's adding to 3 things, it gets really tedious to sit there and watch that. So another thing I really don't care for. Here we have Anti, which I believe Min has, and Exit. Anti will damage an enemy MP. I believe that was called, or renamed, Rasp in future Final Fantasy versions. And Exit will remove you from a dungeon, and Warp, I believe, moves you up a floor. So same idea, but we're going to get an Exit in the relatively near future here, so I'm not too worried about that. Hey, Joseph. Absolutely! What do you say about Mithril? Oh, you just thought I was from the Empire. Oh, man. What's wrong with you? Got nothing else to say about that? Alright. Well, they gave us our next destination there. I'll go over the remaining white magic skills that Min has that I haven't, just in case you are curious. I'm sure somebody, and you're not gonna move. I'm sure somebody is. Mute and Fog are pretty much the same skill. Mute, as you might expect, is a anti-spell casting spell, but it is temporary, whereas Fog is pretty much a permanent mute, so that's how that works. Fear makes enemies more likely to run in battle, which I don't want. I want to be murdering them for the money. And Change, I believe I went over... screw it, I'll show them. No, I didn't go over that. That is the spell that you can use much later in the game that will... let's go. That will replace, or switch, your HP and MP with a monster's HP and MP. And you remember that I said the game looks at your stats at the end of the battle there, and if your stats are really low like that, well, it's going to trigger that, and you're very likely to get a Vitality and HP, MP growth. So that's how that works. You can use that much, much later. We're not going to be able to buy them for quite a while, so not pertinent now, I suppose, but that is what it does. I said what it does, so there you go. And I do want to be preserving my MP. I think I only used... did I use 2 or 1? Too busy explaining things. I'm not paying any attention here. Yeah, I used 2. Hey, you know what? Screw it. I'll just, we'll stop here for this episode, and there is a Queen Bee enemy around this area if you want to search for it and complete the PlayStation's monster book there. You can take a look for him if you like. But we'll continue on from here next time, and let's play Final Fantasy II. This is Takamasak, and I'll see you later.